Good morning, everybody. How are you? Good. I'm glad. I hope these stripes aren't freaking you out. Didn't even put that together this morning as I was throwing this shirt on. Not every shirt, in case you didn't know, when you're doing video, not every shirt. If they're really thin lines next to each other, they do this on the screen. So it's very distracting. I hope that that's not the case here. I don't think it is, because I think I would be able to see it also. And I don't see that going on. Good morning to you and welcome to Be Encouraged, my friends. And I hope that today is the day that we normally have Derrick Pearson on with us. Derrick has not signed in, but he may be in meetings. He is a very, very busy man. And we are just blessed when we have an opportunity to have him on the program. Today, though, I wanted to talk about plans for the holiday, plans for Thanksgiving, plans for Christmas. What is everyone doing? What is everyone going to be up to? I hope that everyone is going to have a fantastic holiday season. I hope everyone gets a chance to mingle with their Pringles and, do other things. Other words are coming into my mind, which shouldn't be coming into my mind to rhyme with mingle. And also, in case you didn't know, no, never mind. I'm not going to go there. I'm here at home because I didn't have enough time. I didn't get my act together enough to get to the studio this morning. I will be there for our radio show, though. Today, the radio show will go 11 to 1:30 because I have dental appointments with my children's. So we're going to have to go do that today. And I'm looking forward to being dad and taking them to their dental appointment. That's something mom typically does, but I'm looking forward to doing that. They're teenagers now. They don't give a rat. And they could go by themselves, truthfully. But they are still juvenile, so I guess I have to be there. I don't go in the back with them, so it's not like I'm there for protection reasons or something like that. All right, so Thanksgiving. What do you guys typically do for Thanksgiving? I go to usually my mom's house, and we have had Thanksgiving here at our house with my mom and dad. But have we done that? I don't know. I don't think we have. I think we always usually, because it's not but a 7-minute drive. So this year, though, we're going down to Lake of the Woods in Culpeper, Fredericksburg-ish area. Actually, it's more Fredericksburg than it is anything else. But we're going down there for Thanksgiving to my sister's house. And we will have a grand time there. She is a hostess with the mostest. And we will have a grand time on the lake, checking into, enjoying ourselves. Supposedly, my understanding is that Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, is going to be a pleasant day as far as temperatures are concerned. So I'm looking forward to that. At least in the Northern Virginia area. I don't even know if that applies to Fredericksburg or not. I just saw a kid, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, riding his Razor scooter thing down the street. Wonder where his parents are. Anyway, you know how distracted I get. My house, looking out the front window, and truthfully, I don't know, it wasn't a Freudian slip or anything, but I get distracted very easily, as you know, people who watch this show. And I do have someone watching. I hope you hit the like or share button, and or if you'd like, you can comment on what you're doing for Thanksgiving, what's going on, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food, what provides you the most sustenance when it comes to Thanksgiving morning or Thanksgiving dinner time. What is it the meal or the part of the meal that you enjoy the most? I can tell you this. It's always been for me my favorite part of the meal. And I'd love for you to comment if you're watching, comment in the comment section and let me know what your favorite part of the Thanksgiving meal is. And if you do something other than Thanksgiving, please let me know. I would love to hear what your tradition is for Thanksgiving. As I said, for me, it's being with my family. And one of the things we used to do at the church I used to go to is we had Thanksgiving in the park, and we had it as a church family. And I say we had it. I never went because my tradition is with my family. But they had developed that tradition of Thanksgiving in the park, and it was in Prince William County Park, and they did that every year. And I'm like, what a great idea. Not going, but what a great idea. And it was always the pictures and stuff from that event were always just phenomenal and exceptional and lots of fun. So that was cool. Let's see here. Yeah, so interesting is a word that I find very something that I would use for that experience, but never got a chance to experience it. So I don't know if they're still doing it or not, because they've definitely changed leadership there. And I don't know if it has waned or if it's still going strong. I have to check into that. Still have very, very good friends from that church. Church of the Good Saints. All Saints Church in Woodbridge. All Saints Church in Woodbridge. Anglican is the church I used to go to, and I still consider that part of my family. I mean, they're just tremendous place to be. Lots of love. And let's see. So Thanksgiving. So what do you like? What is your favorite part of the meal? I will tell you that one of my favorite parts of the meal has always been my grandmother's cornbread stuffing, handmade from scratch. Just absolutely fantastic cornbread stuffing with the giblets and all mixed in with the gravy, and oh my gosh, so good. And we just have always had that, and if we ever stop having that, and my mom likes to switch up on us on different things over the years, and of course all of it is because of health stuff. She didn't want to have us having unhealthy foods, but cornbread stuffing. Now, one of the new traditions that's part of our Thanksgiving, and I say new because it's been about, I don't know, 10 years maybe, is pineapple bake. I know, just think about it for a second. Pineapple bake. It's Ritz crackers, pineapple, cheese, and more Ritz crackers, crumbled, of course, on top, and baked in the oven until all that cheese just melts into that pineapple. And oh my gosh, it is what I would call delicious. Really, that's as simple as the recipe is. Ritz crackers on the base, crumbled up, pineapple, or maybe some cheese, then pineapple, then cheese, then Ritz crackers, or Ritz crackers, then cheese. I don't know. I don't make it, but it's not a hard process. And it's not freshly cut pineapple. It's pineapple out of the can. You drain it off. And I love pineapple juice. But you drain off the juice and then chop up the pineapples and put them on top. I mean, it's an incredible dessert. My mom, of course, makes pecan pie. Pecan pie. I don't know who says, I don't know where that comes from. I've always called it pecan pie. But honestly, it's heavy duty. I think regionally they call it different things like pecan, picken. I've never heard of it called picken pie. Pecan, pecan, whatever. Pecan is what I call it. And my mom makes that. I think I'm allergic to pecans, actually. But I enjoy it nonetheless. I'm also allergic to, I think it's the tree nut thing. I think the first time I ever realized that I might be allergic to it was I had at Cheesecake Factory, I had a macadamia nut cheesecake. Well, let me tell you, usually, like if my dad used to get macadamia nuts occasionally, and you eat 5 or 6 of them, no big deal. This thing like had a freaking jar of macadamia nuts on it. And I was enjoying myself. On the way out, though, I felt so, what's the word, swole, I guess. I couldn't breathe. I was having a hard time breathing. It didn't get to the point where I needed an EpiPen or anything. But honestly, my airways were constricted. That's the only thing I can think of that did it. And I've always also felt that way a little bit. I don't like walnuts. It's like my body says, you're allergic to those, don't eat them. I don't know how that works, but I don't like walnuts. I used to be a nut crazy boy. Used to love the big bowl that had all the nuts in it with the nutcracker, and you had to break them open and pick the nuts out of them. I used to love doing that, but walnuts just never sat right with me, I think. And pecans, same way, unless they're baked in a pie. I'm not the hugest pecan pie fan. I mean, not pecan fan. And I guess also macadamia nuts are something that I do well with. But for some reason, almonds and peanuts, not a problem. I don't have any issues with peanuts or walnuts, or almonds. So it's kind of one of those things. But as far as the rest of Thanksgiving, there's all kinds of wonderful food items in Thanksgiving that everyone enjoys and has fun with. I know one year, for a few years, one of our things on the table was cheese grits. Oh man! But those got pulled a couple years ago because of, well, obviously not healthy at all. Talk about the grease sitting on the top. Oh my God, from the cheese, how it gets greasy. And I forgot to mention also that when I was a kid, though, for Thanksgiving, we would go to my mom's aunt and uncle's house, my great aunt, great uncle in Arlington, Bob and Betty. We would go to their house for Thanksgiving. And I'm going to tell you something that Betty used to make. She made this green bean casserole, was to die for. I used to love it. Again, a simple thing. I mean, it's green beans, fresh green beans with, I believe, cream of mushroom soup. And it had those, the stringed, like, onion things that are fried that go on the top. I know some people know exactly what they're called. It's the brand name everybody calls it. But then baked. Good gosh, y'all. I could eat that. That's just was one of my favorite things. Let me see here. I'm sitting here talking about food, and look at me. I'm so big. I don't need any food. But one of my favorite other things that I used to love is also my mom would make, although she didn't make these for Thanksgiving, I don't think. She makes them when my uncle comes to town. No other time does she do this except for Christmas. I think at Christmas she makes them, which makes chocolate pie. And my mom's chocolate pie, let me tell you, my mom's chocolate pie, it is good. And, of course, that was my grandmother's chocolate pie first, but I call it my mom's chocolate pie. She's the one that makes them the most. And I know that my grandmother used to make them, but my mom my mom's chocolate pie is the best. And my grandmother used to make them and then pack them and send them to Vietnam to my uncle. So I don't know what shape they got there in. Okay. My wonderful wife setting me all up for the dental appointment. And so we're good to go. If you're watching, please comment or like the program. You don't have to like it, but I just like to see who's watching. So that's one of the things that just makes my heart feel good when I have friends that have tuned in to see what's going on, however short they do it, like that person was watching and now they're not, and that's fine with me. They can come back and watch it later, fast forward through the boring parts. That might be the whole thing. The best part, though, ladies and gentlemen, as I talk about all these different things, is the best part of Thanksgiving is being thankful. Being thankful for the things that we have. In some cases, being thankful for the things we don't have. You can think of several things that would not be a good thing to have. That would be burdens, health issues. Sometimes we're just thankful that we don't have the same health issues we may have had the year before for whatever reason, whether it's from treatment. My good friend, my wonderful, wonderful friend, Billy Riley, I know that he's thankful in these days. I would love to have him on to talk about it, and maybe we'll do that later this week. We won't have a show on Thanksgiving. I hope you guys will have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family. And we're going to start really making sure that this show is done right. One of the things that it's really kind of interesting is a show that we're going to be bringing back is this wonderful show. And that is the Lee's transplant journey. All aboard. Buckle up. Now, y'all here. Anyway, so this is what we're going to be doing. Let me go up here and take this out. And this is what we're going to be doing in the future pretty soon. We used to do it. I used to do it all the time. And then I'm going to do this once a week at least and have some people from the transplant community come beyond the program, which should be a lot of fun. And we should have a joyful time with that. But I'm thankful because of this is 2 years now that I have been with 2 brand new lungs. I need to find somebody to help me with, getting back on a good plan for diet and exercise so that I can get some of this weight off, which needs to happen, and get back down to my transplant weight, which would be a joy to be able to get back down to that because I was feeling very good at the time. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. This has been Be Encouraged. I hope you guys have a fantastic Thanksgiving holiday. And we will be here again tomorrow at 10 a.m. with our good friend Dan, I hope. If not, I'll be here. We can talk a little bit more about Thanksgiving and what kinds of things people are going to be doing for Thanksgiving and doing for the upcoming holidays. What's important to you at Christmas time? Is it the fact that Jesus Christ, we celebrate the birth of Christ, and people say he wasn't born on the 24th. Well, that's kind of true. We don't really know what day he was born on, but we know what day he died because that's something that's in the historical chronicles, the description of the day and in the Egyptian historical books, which is besides the Bible. So that's interesting, and we'll delve into that a little bit probably in the next few weeks as we head towards Christmas very rapidly. And we'll talk about some of those things. Meanwhile, I hope that you tune in at 11 o'clock to morejoyradio.com and listen to the More Joy Radio show with myself. And we'll have some good music, and we'll celebrate and be thankful on the radio today. And I thank you all for tuning in to this program. Be encouraged. God bless you. Peace to you, and have a fantastic Thanksgiving and holiday season. Thanks for watching.